One day, when I was 19 and my sister Emma was 20, we were alone at home. I kept annoying her a lot. She got upset and said she wished she had a sister instead of me being her brother. I told her she had to deal with having me around. But she had different plans. Our parents had gone on a trip, leaving us alone on a Friday. The next day, Saturday, I woke up to find my sister sitting on my bed holding a list of chores I had to do. I didn't want to do them, but she threatened to tell Mom and Dad that I was causing trouble if I didn't. I didn't want them to be mad at me, so I agreed to do the chores. While I was doing the dishes, my sister gave me a frilly apron, like the one Mom used in the kitchen. I didn't like it, but I put it on anyway. As I washed the dishes, my sister said she had decided she'd have a sister after all. I thought she was crazy. How could she have a sister? She said since I was a bad brother, maybe I'd be a better sister. I didn't really understand what she meant, so I just listened. After I finished washing the dishes, my sister handed me another list. I was really surprised by what it said. It went something like this: since you haven't been a good brother, I'll give you a chance to be a good sister. If you want to be my sister, you have to look like one. First, shave all your body hair. Chest, armpits, legs, and pubic hair. Second, fill the bathtub with water and bath oil. Soak for half an hour. After that, go to my room and use things from my dresser. Paint your nails, pluck your eyebrows, and wear the clothes on my bed in the order they're arranged. I'm going shopping and will be back in 3 hours. You better be ready. I was really confused by all of this, but part of me was curious. I'd seen Emma do her makeup before, and I always thought she looked amazing after. She had a big collection of clothes too. Since it was the start of the disco era, there were lots of shorter skirts and spandex items. I also felt it was unfair that girls always got the soft, colorful clothes while guys had to wear rough stuff. And, well, sometimes I'd wondered what it'd be like to be a good-looking girl and have guys interested in me. So, I began my journey to change. After some close calls with the razor, I managed to shave my whole body. Once that was done, I filled the tub but ended up putting too much bath oil in it. I quickly got out of the tub and covered myself in perfumed cream my sister had in the bathroom. It felt surprisingly nice, and I found myself getting more into it. I went into my sister's room and found some pretty clothes on the bed. Where did she even get these? I started by wearing a full cup pink bra and panties. It was a bit tricky to figure out the bra, but eventually, I did. I felt a bit flat, then noticed 2 water-filled balloons on the bed. Guess those were meant to be my breasts. I placed them in the bra, and they fit snugly. Next came the sheer navy blue pantyhose. I got tangled in them a few times before finally putting them on right. They felt amazing against my newly shaved legs, and I started feeling a bit excited. Looking into my sister's closet mirror, I was surprised at how good I was starting to look. I've always been small. At that age, I weighed about 45 kilograms, with a 30-inch waist and a height of 5 feet 4 inches. As the 3 hours were almost up, I turned my attention back to the bed full of things. After that, I wore a frilly pink blouse with a V-neck. It took me a moment to realize that women's clothes button up on the opposite side. Then I put on a black skirt that reached just above my knee. I tucked in the blouse and added a wide black elastic belt. Next, I focused on the shoes. They were black, about my size, and had a 3-inch heel. Sitting on the bed, I slipped them on. Standing up was tricky, and walking in them was nearly impossible. I practiced walking back and forth in the bedroom until I got the hang of it. When I finally stood in front of the mirror, I was pleasantly surprised. I had a pretty good figure, and the heels, pantyhose, and skirt made my legs look wonderful. Thinking I should get back to work, I went to dust the living room. Shortly after, my sister arrived, pleased with my beginner attempt. She had quite a few bags and I was curious about what she bought. She asked me to come into her bedroom and sit on the bed, saying it's how sisters got along. We sat on the bed, and she corrected my posture, teaching me how a lady crosses her legs. Then she had me stand and walk around the room. I did quite well, and she seemed pleased. After I modeled for her, she asked me to sit down and said she had some presents for being a good sister. The best surprise was in the first bag, a long blonde wig with flip-up bangs. It was curly at the bottom, and I felt a little excited about trying it on. Emma guided me to her vanity, intending to teach me how to fully embody being a girl. She combed out the wig and placed it on my head, which was in one of the bags she had. Another bag held an array of cosmetics. Emma patiently gave me instructions on how to apply makeup step by step. When I finished, I couldn't believe what I saw in the mirror. I looked like a very attractive girl. I praised Emma for her work, and she hinted that the best was yet to come. Returning to the bed, I was curious about the next surprise. In the following bag were various lingerie items, a beautiful black bra with lace, a garter belt, matching thong-style panties, and 2 pairs of sheer silk stockings in black and dark beige. There was also a waist clincher that laced up in the back. Emma explained they were for later but didn't disclose why. The next bag contained feminine hygiene items, including a douching bag with a long attachment. There were false nails and perfume as well. As I pondered what my sister was planning, she interrupted, saying it was time for me to start making dinner. Cook? I'd never cooked before, that was what women were for. But she reminded me that since I was now a woman, I'd be doing those things. So off I went to the kitchen to prepare dinner, while Emma mentioned she'd relax with a bath. As I began peeling potatoes, I heard Emma coming out of the bathroom. She mentioned she'd join me after getting dressed. After standing at the sink for a while, wondering how girls could wear high heels for so long, Emma came up behind me. She put her arms around my waist, swaying her hips against mine. She praised me as the perfect sister and mentioned wanting to reward me. When I turned around, I could barely recognize her. She wore a skin-tight leotard top with an even tighter, very short skirt and incredibly tall heels. My sister is usually attractive, but she had truly outdone herself. Her teased blonde hair looked glamorous, and she smelled delightful. She asked if I liked her appearance, and I told her she looked great. Emma adorned me with clip-on earrings, a gold necklace, bracelet, and 2 of her rings. She complimented my appearance but mentioned it was time to make me look beautiful. Back to the bed, where Emma guided me through the final dressing. She taught me the correct order of wearing the lingerie. First, the waist clincher, followed by the garter belt. I slid on the black stockings, attaching them to the garter belt, a sensation I found incredible. Then came the panties and bra. After securing the panties, I swapped the pink bra for the black one, filling it with the balloons. Emma said it was time to choose my party attire. She explained that a girl's joy was attracting attention and suggested I dress in a way to be noticed, leading it up to me how much attention I wanted. Picking an outfit was tough, every girl knows that. Eventually, I settled on a black mini dress with a dark blue collar. I wore a pair of 4-inch open-toe heels with a sling back. My sister handed me the belt I had worn earlier. Finishing my transformation, I couldn't resist looking at myself in the mirror. I saw a beautiful girl with great legs, if I may say so myself. Emma expressed her satisfaction with my look, mentioning it turned her on. Then, she checked the time, hinting that we needed to hurry or we'd be late. Nervously, I asked what we were late for. Phase 4, as my sister called it, was about to begin. We dressed up, me in Emma's black trench coat and purse, and Emma in a white fun fur jacket. While driving to the hotel, Emma explained that she would introduce me to her friends. They knew it was my special moment. I was getting really excited. Parking about half a block away from the hotel, the walk felt like the longest I'd ever taken. It was around 8 p.m., and we encountered several people along the way. A couple of guys greeted us, and I felt like I melted. Emma smiled and kept walking. Finally reaching the door, I was relieved but still really nervous about what awaited us inside. We entered the hotel and joined my sister's friends. Emma introduced me as her sister, Julia. I tried my best to act like a girl, feeling nervous initially but gradually returning to a more comfortable state after a few minutes. We spent joyful hours with her friends, chatting and enjoying the moment. Eventually, we bid farewell to her friends and returned home. It was an incredibly exciting experience for me. After a refreshing bath, we went to sleep.